So morning guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to attempt to put new brake pads on the Bonneville T120, and these are EBC brakes. They're sintered, which are generally more harder wearing and more resistant than other brake pads. The only thing I've heard about these brake pads is that they tend to squeal a bit. So the reason why I'm replacing these is that you know, if your bike has got to about 20,000 miles, then I'll suggest replacing them. Or if you find your bike takes longer to brake, to slow down, then I would suggest replacing them again. Or in my case, there's a slight grinding noise. So I just thought I'd have a quick look, and they are a bit on the thin side. So I just thought best change them. The twin calipers, what's holding them in place is 2 bolts and 2 pins here. Now, just for purposes of this video, I've loosened them up slightly. So what I did find is that I'm not sure if the brake pads have been replaced in the past. I don't think they have. And the reason I say that is because it was so hard getting these pins just to loosen off. It took me forever, lots of WD-40, and yeah, it was quite a faff really. I mean, some people make it look easy, but this was quite hard. So eventually I've got to loosen them off. Now what you need is a 5mm Allen key. That will loosen them off. So I'm going to just, first of all, just these off. It's best to loosen these off while the caliper's in place. So you don't have to sort of take the bolts off and you've got it in your hand. So it just gives you a bit more purchase as you loosen these pins off. So just bear with me, I'm just going to loosen them off. There we are. As I said, I loosened them off earlier because it was they were quite hard. And I'm going to put these in a safe place so I don't lose these. There we go. Quite easy to come out really. That's it. Just spinning around at the moment, they should come out quite easy. What I'm going to do as well is give these a nice clean up as well, because as I say, I don't think these have been off the back wheel since I've got it, and it's what, nearly 6 years old, this bike. So I'm going to give it a good old clean, just to remove all the salts and all the grime and all the dirt that's probably built up in between the brake pads and inside the calipers. Okay. So as you can see, I've just removed these pins. I will clean these up in a moment once I've got the actually calipers off. So I'm just going to remove the 2 remaining bolts on these. It doesn't take too long. Like I say, it's done by hand, so it's a lot easier and quicker. So hands in there. That's it. There we go. Okay. So once we've got these off, all I need to do, as I say, is take the old brake pads out. Let's have a quick look at them and see how worn they are. There we go. It's quite easy to fall out. Look, just fell out my hands. And there we are. Oh yeah. So they are very worn and very old. I'm guessing that these are right down to the metal, which is really bad of me. And I can just see on the other brake pad, as you can see there, I don't know if you can see that, there's a lot of scoring. There's still a bit left on it, but I wouldn't chance it. This one has got nothing on it. Oh, there we are. So yeah, no, actually, it's not that bad. If you look, it's not that bad. But I wouldn't leave it any longer than that. So, you know, as I said, as I was riding, I found that the brakes were grinding slightly. Now, whether that's due to some salts getting into it and making it worse, I don't know, but I didn't want to take any chances. So bear with me, I'm going to clean these up just a little bit. And by the way, just a note, I've not removed any cables here that allow the clutch fluid or brake fluid to go, sorry, brake fluid, not clutch fluid, to go into the calipers here. I've not removed that, there's no need to. It's all in place, you don't have to faff around with that. So yeah, just bear with me, I'm going to give these a good clean. So here I am, just getting all into the nooks and crannies of the caliper here. I mean, to be fair, it does look really greasy, and just I can see all where the salt's build up and all the grime is built up. So I'm going to get these a really good clean, okay? And it's such a good opportunity to get in there. You can actually see it shining up there a bit. So it's really good to do. A little bit of maintenance on your bike. So as I just mentioned, I've cleaned these brake pins here, and they're a little bit dirty. Just give them a good old clean up. And what I'm going to do is add some copper slip. So any mechanic that's worth his salt, so I've heard, if you find a bike that's got copper slip on it, you know it's been looked after. Okay, so I want to sort of replace these nicely. So I'm just going to replace these. Don't forget, these are quite important for the brake pads to slide up and down on, you see. So they have to be clean. And the good stuff about this is that as it gets hotter, it won't melt and therefore interrupts your braking. Because the last thing you want is for this to get really hot, this copper slip to go onto your brake disc, and therefore it could be catastrophic. Okay, so I'm just going to apply this on here. Shouldn't take too long. It's nicely just coated on there. They look quite nice there. You're not going to see them, but you know it's there. You know you've done a good job. Right, okay. And what I've done as a little trick is I've unscrewed the brake reservoir just slightly. I put some tissue around it just in case, again, excess brake fluid come out on it. Because as you know, brake fluid on any kind of paintwork is disastrous. So just take a precaution. And the reason why I've done that is so I can push back these calipers here inside, because otherwise the thickness of these together with the disc, it's not going to go in. So that's what I've done as a little trick anyway, so you might find that very helpful. So I'm just going to put the first one in now. There we are. As I say, I pushed these back already just to make it a bit easier. And then this one with a hook on it goes on the other side, just like that. And now I'm going to, should go on quite nice and easy. Yeah, there's plenty of gap there to go over the disc. Might need a bit more. Okay. Let's have a look. Give it a bit of a wiggle to go on. Should fall into place quite nicely. They look really good, I must admit. I do like them. There's like a copper shine to it on the outside. So I'm looking forward to these, trying these out. Like I say, it's the first time I've done this, and I'm quite pleased with the things I'm doing on this bike without having to spend loads of money at a garage getting him to do a job that you can quite easily do, really. As you can see, I've just put these pads in. It's a little bit difficult to get in because you have to push the pads, you have to separate them. So I put the pins in first, then we tighten up, and I'm going to put the bolts on. And basically it's good to go, more or less. Just need to fit it all back together again. And I'll do that in a sec. Just find out where it goes. Let's have a quick look. There we go. As I say, releasing the top of the reservoir, brake reservoir, allowed me to open up the calipers on that. So that's a good little trick to learn. Just going to make sure, obviously, that no brake fluid lands on your tank or any other painted parts. Could be, as I say, could be quite disastrous. So it's all in place, just needs tightening up. And yeah, I'm quite pleased with myself. Like I say, for something that you would normally take into a garage, because obviously we know brakes are imperative to the bike, to stopping and not having an accident or whatever. So, for me to to do this myself, I'm very proud and quite pleased with myself, to be fair. Just thank you for watching. I don't often ask for this, but if you could subscribe, that's the most important for me. Watch this, pass it on, you know, like it, subscribe to it. I'd be much appreciated. I have got a big project coming up soon, and I'm very pleased with it. I'm very excited about it. So stay tuned. Put that little notification bell on there if you like, and just to remind you that here I am. It just remains me to say thank you for watching, and stick around, stay tuned for the next one. Thank you for watching.